feeling. What the fuck do I mean by that? Well, everyone listens to music. That's just a part of life, whether it's pop music or niche forms of music. Music is an important part of humanity. I'm pretty sure every culture uses music in one way or another, whether it be for rituals or just celebrations and, that kind of stuff. But in early African civilization, music was used for everything, and I just mean everything. From your birth to your death, music was used to help the flow in people's work. It was used to bring a community together. And I'm by no means an expert at all. I got a C for music. I'm getting C's for music. It's a tragedy. But I am a person that listens to music, and I use music as a way to express myself and convey how I feel or put me in a certain headspace. And it all depends on how I want to feel or how I'm already feeling, Even the way I categorize my music is dependent on how it makes me feel. If a certain song makes me happy, then I'm going to put it there. And it doesn't matter what the words are saying, really. Of course, I take into account what the artist had in mind for their song, but all in all, if a song makes me feel a certain way, I'm categorizing it that way. Oftentimes I'm say that certain music makes me go feral, and that's honestly the only way that I know how to describe it. It's just this feeling inside of me that swells up and overwhelms me, and just the easiest way to describe it is feral. An example of something that makes me go feral, a song that makes me go feral, is Lennon's Ghost by Noel. It's just the first minute of that song and then the rest of the song afterwards. I can never, in words, describe that feeling, and I don't even know if my experiences are shared with other people, but feral. Another song that's recently been making me go feral is the instrumental violin part of Pluto Projector by Rick's Orange County, and specifically the version that's slowed and reverbed. It's just so overwhelmingly good to me that I can only describe it as I would go feral. If you put me in a room and you play that song, I don't know, I don't know, I don't even know what the metaphor would be. If I were a wolf and I heard that song, I'd go hunting. I don't know, I'd turn into a werewolf. Who knows? That's the only way that I can describe it. I even wrote about how music makes me feel in one of my English essays. I go on to say that I have this playlist called Time as a Construct, and it's filled with music that makes me question my existence. Not to say that the music's filled with deep, meaningful songs, just songs that stick with me in that dissociative way. A lot of that playlist is just a way for me to escape. It feels like I'm floating with no stress around me. It creates this timeless space for me that I've created for myself. And like I say, the songs aren't deep and meaningful, they're just timeless. I have a lot of playlists that I've created because of how they make me feel and how I want to be feeling. I have a playlist called Can't Talk Right Now, doing hardcore shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just music filled with stuff that I would want to play when I want to feel like a bad bitch. Simple as that. I have a playlist called Love Letters, and it's what I would listen to if I were writing letters to the person that I love. That's just the feeling that those songs give me. And, it's hyper specific, right? But that's just how they make me feel. I mean, that's why people have sad playlists, right? They either want to get sad or stay sad, and that's how those types of playlists function. And there's no way to describe why you would want to feel sadder. You just do. And it's just a feeling that you want to feel at that time and place. And I feel like I have to talk about music as a way of escapism as well. I mean, for me, that's what it's about. I will find myself listening to music and creating otherworldly scenarios, or not even otherworldly, just world adjacent, something that is not my immediate reality. Sometimes it is completely outside of what my world is and can be. But I need that moment to escape from this reality, and that's how I use music. Escapism can be seen negatively and positively, but music serves as more than just a way to escape. The artist that writes music escape by physically writing their emotions and experiences into melodies, while listeners escape by experiencing those melodies. This is from an article written by Morgan Bloomer about escapism through music, and how it shows that music is really a two-way street for the artist and for the audience. Recently, I've been falling asleep to those X song is playing, but it's in another room and it's raining. Just because I want to, and it's mainly like classical piano songs or slow dance songs, and I don't know why I do it. It's not like I do it to fall asleep, it's just to create this scenario in my head where there's this person in the other room and they're playing this song and they seem to get caught away by playing this music and they don't realize it, and it's just, for me, it feels so full of love, and just I can't describe it, that it makes me feel safe and comfortable and, belonging somewhere. I daydream a lot, clearly, and those other room sound edits, music edits, are just another way for me to daydream and feel safe and loved and in a world that I belong to, if that's not too deep. I'd like to stretch and call it a love language, but it's the feeling that I get hooked on. I'm addicted to it, and it's just such a soft feeling that I can never properly describe in words, and I can only hope that somebody knows what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I sound like a crazy person. But it just makes me feel safe, if that even makes any sense. So what's the point of this video? There is no point. I just wanted to put into words how music makes me feel. Whether they were coherent words or not, that's a different story. Music plays an important part for many people. For the artist, they get to express themselves in a way that they love, and for the audience, they get to experience those things that their artists are trying to portray. And often people can find that, hey, my experiences aren't so isolated and I have people to relate to, The most recent example that I can think of is MONTERO by Lil Nas X. I mean, he's gotten way too much fucking hate from homophobes and just general bigots about hell and whatever the fuck they're trying to make. But we can see that this song was very important to him and is very important to his audience. The music in the background can't be heard. This is editing me. I just wanted to say that go watch his Genius interview. It talks about how the song is important, and I only watched it after I filmed this video. But yeah, it's really cool, and it's talking about the breakdown of the song. Obviously, it's a Genius video. That's all. I mean, he made a post on Instagram or Twitter, maybe both, maybe none, I don't know. I mean, he made a post on Instagram or Twitter, I can't remember which one, and it was a letter to his younger self, talking about the success that they've made and how their life may be different now than what they expected it to be, but they've made it this far and they never thought that they could. It's heartbreaking and it's sad to see that, but it's sadly a shared experience for a lot of POC queer people, and to see somebody succeeding and being the same as you, maybe, that's amazing. He earlier, I assume, recorded a video, his past self, congratulating his future self on all the success that they made. And just seeing that he had this hope, and this hope, and at the same time this lack of hope, it's incredible to see that minorities can prevail and live successful lives. There are also countless Tumblr posts talking about how important this song has been for the Black queer community and just the general impact that the song has had. And not to mention just how genuinely good the song is. But that's just one example on the impact that music has made on people and on how they feel. But there's so much music being made by amazing artists, amazing queer artists, amazing BIPOC artists. It's being created, and I couldn't be more thankful, really. I didn't make a proper outro for this video, or a conclusion, as a matter of fact, so I'm doing that now. There's not much more to say. This was just me trying to unscramble my words coherently. Who knows? But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, I don't know, stick around. Bye.